society. Watch us live on C-Advocate newspaper and TV Facebook page or Oziza FM Facebook page. You can also stream us via Oziza FM online radio. Together, let's build a society where everyone is heard. See something, say something. Okay, good afternoon, Nigeria, and welcome to another episode of the C Radio Reporting Program, brought to you by C-Advocate News in partnership with Oziza FM and the Ube One Foundation. This is a space where your voice counts and civic conversations matter. My name is Blessing Iriaka, your anchor for today. Today, we're going to be asking a very simple but very deep question, okay? If you joined us last week Wednesday, you will know that we started this series last week Wednesday, talking about the ballot and the voting. Last week, if you joined our CC radio program, we were asking if actually voting could, end bad leadership or bad governance in Nigeria. And we had people who called in during that show to, make their own input. So today we are asking the question, what do Nigerians vote for? What do Nigerians vote for? When Nigerians vote during election, do they vote for leadership? Do they vote for survival? Do they vote for identity? Do they vote for hope, for anger, for history, or habit? What do Nigerians vote for? So if you're listening to us, you're a Nigerian, and then you feel, I have an answer to this particular question you're asking now, please do well to call us and be part of this show. So this reporting program today is not about blaming anyone. Okay, we are asking what do Nigerians vote for, not because we want to start blaming Nigerians. Oh, this is what you vote for. No. We are not here to judge. We are not here to blame. But we want to understand ourselves as voters. That is why we brought out this topic. Very soon, the election is just by the corner. Very soon, it will actually kickstart campaigns, underground campaigns, primaries, and everything have already started, coming up here and there. I think when you go on the roads, you can see one or two flyers of people telling you they are contesting for this or that, or they want to come up for this or that on primary levels. So we are asking, what do Nigerians vote for? So we brought out this topic because we want to have a better understanding. As Nigerians, what do we really vote for? Okay, so by the end of this program, our aim is we hope that everyone will reflect on why we vote the way we do and what that means for our democracy. So we'll actually get to know why we vote the way we do and what that means for democracy. But before we go ahead with this particular topic today, so anywhere you are, if you're watching us on Facebook, via our C-Advocate News on Facebook, or you're listening to us via 96.1 FM or Ziza FM, I think you can actually jot down your points or, just stay tuned because we're going to come back to pick those calls and have you tell us why you think Nigerians vote. So if you're a Nigerian, you've voted before, okay? Why did you vote? Why did you come out to vote? And if you're a Nigerian, you're hoping to vote in 2027, why will you vote? What are you voting for? So we want to understand why we vote as Nigerians. And then I think at the end of the day, we'll balance the equation and know whether maybe we're actually getting it right when it comes to voting or not. But before then, let's go on a commercial break. And this one is from the Divine Mercy American International Academy, located in Ochicha, Obike, Ngokbala. We'll be right back.
Oh, Weary, are you ready? Are you searching for a perfect school where innovation meets character? Where your child is nurtured in spirit, soul, and body, and where excellence meets global standards? Welcome to Divine Mercy American International Academy, where the future begins today. At Divine Mercy American International Academy, we nurture global champions from nursery to primary to secondary school. We offer a seamless, world-class learning journey designed for global success. Our affiliation with Lincoln University, USA, gives our children access to modern and international standards. Our facilities provide a perfect environment for excellence. We offer music education, sports, creative art, leadership training, and engaging recreational activities that build confidence and character. We are located in Ochicha Obi, Ngopala, Imo State. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Divine Mercy_Academy. Call or WhatsApp on 090-1250-0444. Email us at dmarasmart@gmail.com. Divine Mercy American International Academy, raising excellence, shaping the future.
Okay, welcome back. That was from Divine Mercy American International Academy. So if you're just joining us, it's still the CC radio program, and today we are asking a deep question: what do Nigerians vote for? Okay, the truth is that in theory, voting is about choosing leaders and policies that improve our lives. That is what we are told. You know, when you're asked to vote, you're doing that because you want to choose leaders. You want people who will go there to make policies that will better your life. But in reality, voting often goes beyond manifestos and speeches. Let me ask you that is listening to us right now, when was the last time you voted, and what really influenced your choice? When was the last time you voted, and why did you vote? Why did you come out? Whether it was raining on that particular day, whether the sun was very harsh on you on that particular day, but you stood your ground to vote. Why did you come out to vote? And I also want to ask, was it about policies? Was it about personality? Was it about truth or fair? Why did you come out to vote? Now, I think last week when we were on this particular show last week, we were talking about why I think I made mention of going to cover the last election we did and how things went in there. And I mentioned that some people that came to vote, you know, when you give them one or two things, they will deviate immediately. They had someone in mind when they came out, but when they come and then they see you giving them 5,000 naira, giving them one cup of rice and all of that, you see them, you know, go for whatever you want. We saw so many things that happened last year during the election. So that is why we are asking as Nigerians, because the truth of the matter is that anything about, should I say, social development is to make sure that we as citizens are getting it right. So that when we are asking accountability from the government, we know that, yes, we have done our own part, and then we are asking the things that are right of us from you people. But when we are not getting it right, it is really difficult for you, you understand, to ask from someone what you yourself know that you're not getting right. So that is why we decided that today we are going to be looking at why do Nigerians vote. So if you're a Nigerian listening to us, you're up to the age of 18, you have your voter's card, you voted before, or you're planning to vote in 2027, tell us why you vote. Do you vote because of the policies? Do you vote because of the manifestos? What is the reason why you vote? The numbers to call to be part of this program are 0704-489-6111. 0704-489-6111. We really want to get your calls and hear you tell us why you vote. Okay, as we actually wait for your calls, we'll go ahead to let you know that in Nigeria, voting has become both a civic act and a survival strategy for many. Voting is a civic act. I think last week we broke that down, telling us why we need to vote, how it is our obligation, how it is our right to vote in Nigeria. We've also noticed that voting is not only a civic act, but it has, you know, I think it has turned to be a survival strategy for many people. Now, so many people in the local communities, in the rural areas, in the underserved communities believe that the government will never come to their aid except during elections. So they know that during elections, that is the only time they will see the government. That is the only time, you know, they will dine with them. They will drink their dirty water with them. They will eat their rice, their beans and everything with them. So they believe that that is a period, that is a time they have access to these people up there. And when they get that opportunity, they want to utilize it. So when those people come, they don't even want to care about their manifestos, about what they want to do for them. All they want is the one they can get at hand. What do you have for us now? You know, can you give us 100,000 naira and then we can mobilize like 10 youths to vote for you? That's what we want. Will you give us a bag of rice each and then we can do this and do that for you? So voting is not only a civic responsibility for Nigerians as it is now, but it's also a survival strategy for many. Let's look at some of those things that shape Nigerians' voting behavior. Why is voting in Nigeria becoming a survival strategy? Is it the same thing with other countries? Is it the same thing that is happening in other parts of the world or the nation? Is voting a survival strategy for them over there? Why is it a survival strategy for us here in Nigeria? We're talking about ballot snatching, you know, vote buying and the rest of them. These people that are doing those things, they have their money, right? But if you as a person, as a Nigerian, you have your integrity, when they come, you tell them that you don't want to do that, you don't want to. They won't force you, okay? They will have to look for another alternative or say, oh, these people are very difficult people, you cannot buy them over. And then they will look for ways to improve themselves. But when they come and they know that, what are you talking about? Just have up to 10 million naira in your account. You'll be able to put this thing through. Just go to this place, give their leaders 500,000. Go to this other place, give their leaders 400,000. Guy, you don't get these people. That's just all you need. And when they have that confidence and they come, they do it, it works. It becomes a strategy. And then for the people that they are giving this money, they're accepting, for them, this is the only time you can access these people. So let's actually take the ones we have, the money we have, or we are seeing at hand. Then when they go there, they should do whatever they like. It's not our problem anymore. I don't know if you're understanding the concept and why Nigeria is the way it is today. We talked about voters last week, and today we've decided to, you know, strengthen up things the more. Because bulk of the blames of why Nigeria is the way it is on the citizens as well as on the government or the governance or those that are in power. So everything is not their fault and everything is not our fault. In economics, they will teach us that there is actually a point of equilibrium where we need to come together, meet at a point to balance things. But if you don't get your own right and they are not getting their own right, there won't be a point where we'll come together to balance. So that is why we are taking it upon ourselves to do these sensitizations on voting, voters' rights, why we vote, and the rest of them. To break things down, make us ask ourselves questions, and come back to the way it should be. Now, there are so many factors or so many things that shape Nigerian voting behavior. So many people in Nigeria don't vote because it is their right to vote or because they believe it is their right. That is not their business. They don't even know that it is their right to vote. Some people vote in Nigeria because of the economic reality in Nigeria. Now, for many Nigerians, voting is about food prices, it's about jobs, it's about transport and basic survival. So when people are hungry, they don't vote theory, they vote reality. So many people come out to vote in Nigeria, though we are talking about the factors or some of the things that shape the voting behavior of Nigerians. Economic reality. They vote because, there is no employment, food prices are high, we believe that if this person should come, things are going to be better. We also saw what happened during the last election. Most Nigerians were actually clamoring for a particular person because they believe that if this one should come, he understands our cry. He understands what we are going through. So he knows that food prices are high. He knows there are no jobs. He knows transport cost is high and everything. There's no basic survival. Okay? So this person understands us better. He understands the economic reality. And we believe that when he comes in, he's going to make things better. So that was why they were voting. They were voting because of the economic reality on ground. We don't have how much was fuel selling before this present government took over, you know? Things were really bad. The bag of rice, how much was it selling? So these were things people calculated in their head. And then they saw the caliber of people that came out, you know, to contest for the presidency or whatever position they came out for. They analyzed them. They said, out of all these people that came out, this one is the one that understands the economic reality of the nation. And we believe that when he comes or when he takes over power, he's going to elevate our poverty, the problems, the economic challenges we are facing. So one reason why, or one factor that shapes voting behavior of Nigerians is economic reality. Another thing that shapes the voting behavior of Nigerians is identity and belonging. Okay, so people actually vote because of ethnicity, because of religion, because of region, and because of community ties. These things play a major role. You know, for many people, voting feels like protecting their own, especially in a country like Nigeria where we have diversity and history. Though people from the north believe that, okay, a northerner that is coming out, whether he is good or bad, so far that he is the only northerner in the race, we are going to vote for him because he's our person. We don't care about the economic reality. I don't know if you understand. We don't care about the things that are happening in Nigeria, whether rice is 1 million or 2 million, whether this person is, you know, capable enough to pull us out from the poverty or pull us out from the things that we are going through in Nigeria. Just because he's a northerner, we are going to vote for him. Southerners on their own end are like, okay, because this person is a Southerner, he's from our side. And amongst the people that came out for this particular position, he's the only person from this side. So we are going to vote for him because he's a Southerner. And these are some of the things, some of the factors that shape the voting behavior of Nigerians. Study has shown it, research has shown it that these are the reasons why people vote during election. So people vote because of economic reality. The next step of people or set of people vote because of identity and belonging. And from this place, no matter what, even if this person is not good, we don't care, but because he's from us. So for them, it's better for them to vote. Some people will tell you that the devil they know is better than the angel they don't know. So they will tell you that this person is from our side. He speaks our language. He's in the same worship with us. So there is no need, you know. So we will vote for him, whether he is the right choice or not. Moving on, we have different factors why people vote, okay? So we're trying to break it down. Then for you that is listening to us, to search your conscience, search yourself and know, why did I even vote during the last election? These things these people are saying on radio now. Okay, is it true? Did it affect me last election? And this coming election, what is my interest? Why do I even want to vote? Now, some people vote because of trust and familiarity. Sometimes voters choose who they know. I think it's the same thing with ethnicity. They choose who they know more than who they don't know. Okay, I believe in this person. I trust in this person. He has been here for 4 years. He's better. So many people, I've seen so many people post on X, post on Instagram. They will tell you that anybody that is coming in as a president of Nigeria will always be, the last person that is leaving will always be better than the present one. I don't know if people have heard this logic or this, should I say, school of thought of so many Nigerians. They said when we had the last administration, it was frying pan. Then this present administration is fire. So we went from frying pan to fire. And they are like, the next administration that is going to come, who knows? It might be oven. No longer frying pan and fire. Maybe we'll graduate into oven or something like that. So people have this belief that it's always get worse. It's not getting any better. From the first to the next one is actually, you know, worse than the next one, and that is how it moves. I don't know if you believe in that school of thought, but that's what people believe. So because of this particular belief, people now tend to stick to that person they feel is fair. Okay? Not like the person is better or the person is doing well, but this person is fair enough. So let's go with this one that is fair enough. We've had some people who have stayed in the Senate for as long as they have stayed. People have stayed in House of Rep as long as they have stayed. Not because people don't want to vote or people are not voting, but they are scared. They are like, it's better, let this one stay there. Who knows what the next one is going to be? So it's better we move with this one. So that is another factor that affects people's voting behavior in Nigeria. Trust and familiarity. We already know this person. So let him continue. Another thing why people vote in Nigeria is anger. They vote out of anger and protest voting. And sometimes voters are not, they don't vote for someone. They just vote against the system. We saw that happen last year, in the last election. Okay, I think 2023, thereabouts. In the last election, we saw that happen, play out. Because of I think in 2020, we saw what happened in Nigeria in 2020 that brought about the Sorosoke gang and the rest of it, okay? So after that, so many Nigerians, we had so many protests. We had so many protests. We were just, you know, springing up and coming up and all of that. You know, to a point, people were thinking that, oh, revolution is actually going to come in Nigeria, okay? So after that particular protest, we saw people come out in mass during the last election and said that we are going to vote out out bad government. We are going to vote out this one. We are going to vote that one. So they were not voting because of the economic reality. They were not voting because of trust and familiarity. They were not voting because of ethnicity or religion or tribe or all of that. They were voting because they were angry. They were angry with the system. They were angry with the way things are going, with the policies, with everything. So they needed a change of system. That was why they came out to vote. So as we are talking about this voting behavior, just check yourself and know which category you actually fall into or fall under. And the next set of people that vote are those that vote because they are hoping for change. Okay? We have the set of people that vote because they are hoping for change. For these people, despite disappointment, they still line up to vote because they hope that Nigeria will be better. And they refuse their hope to die. So sometimes they say powerful things about Nigeria. Nigeria will be great. Nigeria will be great again. We believe in Nigeria and all of that and all of that. So they are voting because they believe that, no, the labors of our heroes past will never be in vain. We believe that one day Nigeria will amount to something. So what behavior do you have as someone that is listening to us? In what school of thought, when it comes to voting, do you fall under? I think we are having calls. The number to call to be part of this program, 0704-489-6111. The question is, why do Nigerians vote? Hello, good afternoon. Hello, can you hear me?
Beloved sister, good afternoon.
Okay, very well, thank you. I wish you the best. Welcome.
Thank you. Ron did I call from the
Yeah, go ahead,
Yes,
Ron.
we may agree with you in your discussion this afternoon. And we know how we can be able to know the mindset of the group or the people who choose each other if the institution is not strong.
Okay.
One of Nigeria's problems is not the mindset of voting. One of our problems is if institutions are being trust and willing to make sure that people's vote counts, by now we could have been loved with voting. Voting is all about a race. Yes, you may be voting through your tribe, denomination, fellow brother, this and that. But if we are my brother, we voted you now, you fail us. We vote you again, you fail us. We are going to remove our mindset is voting who is closer to us, our brother. We will be now be thinking who will be able to solve our problem. But in a situation where the institutions are being hijacked, when people believe that look at what we want, look at whom we feel that is thinking the same way we are thinking. Look at the person we believe that has justice in his heart. He can be able to give listening ear to the people. Look at the set of people we believe that with this person, that we can be able to get it right. And this institution fell. That is what brought us where we are. Where many Nigerians can go and collect their PVC, believing that certain just party that they doesn't fulfill the law. They're going out there to be under the sun, sacrificing that energy again is somewhere to be found.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, lastly, another thing we need to look into is that even when we choose whoever we choose, do you believe that when he fails us, we will still have the zeal or the power to say continue? Those things are the questions most of the institutions need to answer us.
Okay.
Yeah,
thank you so much. Before I let you go, I want to ask, I think last week you also called in and you talked about institution failing us and all of that. So I want to ask, this institution failing us, whose fault do you think it is? Do you think the masses you're talking about are not part of this institution failing? Now, I talked about people, these politicians or who they are. They will come during election period, just like we are saying now, talking about the behaviors. And then they will tell you, we're going to give you 1 bag of rice. Do this one. You will come out. You already have someone you wanted to vote and you came to the polling unit or your ward. And then you see somebody sharing 5,000 and telling you, don't vote for this person, vote for this person. Don't vote for this party, vote for this other party. And you go ahead to vote. Are you not part of the institution and part of the problem?
That is the reason why your discussion today, we are listening. They say some come because of what they will get. Some come because of their tribe. Some come for what they will. Do you know that the reason why people believe people selling their vote is because the institution is not up to doing.
Okay.
Let's go back to Anambra.
Okay.
Where we have 640 observers, we have EFCC on the ground, we have police on the ground, we have magistrate court that we are setting for those that will buy election. If those institutions we are strong to maintain, maybe you catch one or two people who we are selling their vote and they persecute them according to the law. Do you think that others will be bold enough to say, I want to sell my vote?
Okay. Okay.
One, if really the institutions that conduct elections know what it means that wherever ballot votes are being snatched, or if any local government that is violent, and there will be no election for that place, and there will be no result. Do you think that people will engage in carrying ballot votes and bring the crisis in election? The answer is no.
Okay.
If INEC is sincere for the people, a security agency who has come to when the order to be there, and sincere, making sure that you are voting in secret. Do you know in 2023, if you are voting a political party, you see where you are voting,
Yeah.
to vote for it.
Yes.
You now come and collect money.
Yes, it's true.
Why it is secret in the electoral law? It says a secret bylaw. That means including you, the INEC person there, we don't know where I vote. So when those restrictions are felt, the laws are not to go back to what Mahmoud is saying Nigerians. Remember when was the electoral law? When they are not being implemented, that is the reason why people say, I can't believe it from now. A woman told me, I don't have soup. In my heart, I want to do what is right.
Okay.
The matter being what is right, what will be the outcome tomorrow? I'm going to do child servants. So they think I'm going to shoot it. And then my life account.
Wow.
You see why I belong to school? I blame the institution.
Yeah.
But when the institutions arrest one person, arrest two, police is there, EFCC is there, and you are being persecuted, and you have fellow brothers in the cell because of buying votes, or they see him giving money. So now another person will be afraid of not being crazy.
Yeah.
That is always blame the institution than blaming the voters. Because when the institution is up and doing in their promises and their law and being guided, most of us will be afraid. Because when you say the law, what follow, you persecuted. That is why I say so.
Thank you. Thank you so much for calling in. Thank you so much. I feel like doing this for you. Yeah. That was a very sound argument you made there, bro Nnamdi. That was very sound. Okay. Thank you so much for calling. I want you to bring on your argument. If you feel Nigerians are voting and you feel you know why Nigerians are voting, please call the number 0704-489-6111. Let's take this call. Hello.
Good morning, this person.
Yeah, good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, your name and where you calling us from?
This is Bennett Chuku from Aware.
Bennett Chuku from Aware. Go ahead.
Yeah, an issue of voting.
Yeah.
My sister, you don't need to bother yourself. We are the government of our problem. We, the people of this country, are docile, my sister.
Okay.
This is just the truth. Because I keep asking this question. Who are those gathering in Hero Square? And all the stadiums in this country, hailing and praising the government that you are aware that they have, postponed the entire people and even of the generation to come. Are you hearing me?
Yeah, I can.
Who are those people? Who are those people? Now, the same people. Why people are complaining this and that, crying, lamenting? They are the same people. Until we know what we want, until we go back to the drawing board and we tell ourselves the truth. If you cannot tell yourself the truth, you can never tell any other person the truth. When you are collecting rice and indomie and all these petty things, and when you eat it finish, you come out to complain, are you not a fool? Look at animals in our houses, like the dog and the goat and all the rest. When you deny them what they should eat or that their food today, tomorrow, when you bring it, they will ignore you. Ordinary animal. And you call yourself a human being without sense. must continue lamenting and crying.
Wow.
Tomorrow, when they go out to vote, they collect 10,000, 5,000. You now ask yourself, how long will that 10,000 or 13 will lead you and your family? That is a very, very bad thing in our people here. The same people always complain. But until we understand what we want, where we are going, that is the only way we can solve our problem. Thank you, and have a nice afternoon.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That was Bennett Chuku. Thank you so much for calling and letting us know your thoughts. That was also a good argument. So here, just like I said when we started, you're not here to blame everybody. You are actually free to make your point. Then after we'll check and balance them and know what. So the first caller says is the institution. And the second caller is saying is the individuals, the masses, the people. They are the problem. So who do you think are the problem when it comes to voting? What do Nigerians vote for? The numbers to call are still 0704-489-6111. Okay? You can as well watch us on Facebook via C-Advocate News on Facebook. You can watch us live and also drop your comment. I think I have one comment on Facebook. This one is from Excel. Maname Excel is saying, sometimes I wonder what we truly vote for in Nigeria. Is it competence and vision, or things like tribe, religion, and immediate survival? Because if our choices are shaped more by pressure and short-term needs, then the outcomes we get shouldn't really surprise us. Maybe the real issue isn't just leadership, but what influences our decisions when it's time to vote. I think this one is actually concurring to what our immediate last caller just said. Let's take this call. Hello? Okay, welcome back.
The one thing we must know is that
okay.
When we talk about people gathering, everyone has followers. People are complaining that they cannot find 2 square meters. People are building upstairs, buying cars. No, of course.
True.
So if people decide to follow these politicians, it does not mean that you condemn that everybody is with them. Because one, we have different political parties, and the people that make those political parties, true of us. So if people are gathering taking rights, your party follower may see their candidates and follow them. It's not bad. People today, even when we say government of today is too bad, they say that God has blessed us. In this government, they will tell you, if under this government I was able to build house, buy car, send my children abroad. That is life for you. Where it doesn't work for you, it will work for others.
Okay.
Where you go, it still feel like people can go there and feel like. But what we are talking is that if you look at Senegal, now then we are conducting election. Even we in Nigeria, we are seeing the election not being counted in midnight, but in the daytime, you see it in the screen. It didn't see people living in bitterness. It didn't see people say it's not the vote we voted. People were happy as the vote were going. And that is the reason. Look at today. Nigeria is bringing out 135,000 to keep already for election that have never conducted that we judge in the courts. But in those foreign countries where the institutions are crossed, who have time to go to court? Is it not waste of money? When you believe that somebody must oppose you, true or false, and when someone opposes you and see that you win him, it can reflect you and life moves. So it don't mean that somebody gather and collected rights and you don't all the poor people. They still there. You cannot see them going there together, true or false. So it doesn't judge it that way. What we are begging and pleading that institutions must be strong. Just as we see in Senegal, Africa and other African countries. That people are not willing to go to court. When you want them, they don't really that you were convincing them and they see you as the best among them and they come back to you, give you support the same moves. But they go to court. 80% of the case is who will win. So at the end of the year, in the next 1 year, we are seeing court. Instead of food and needed to start work. So our institution needs to wake up. Where someone will win the election, the next will congratulate him and they become over to the next election. That is what I'm debating for.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. I think we need more of Bronnamdi. Okay, let's take this call before we continue. Hello? Okay, go ahead.
Yes. This is just common sense. Do you expect government power that refuse to do the right thing? Government that remove fuel subsidy without any palliative measure to checkmate it. Government that refuse to build road, give you light, give you water. Government that refuse to make things in the market like goods to come down.
Yeah.
You expect them to give you a free and fair election or a very convenient ground to vote. To vote. It's a lie. They will never do that. All over the world, since I am born, I am aware that any government that is car must panic. In the whole world, what fears any government most is not armored car, it's not a bullet, it's not ammunition, it's not military, but car.
Okay.
Because power belongs to the people. Check to other countries that have got their country right. The people rise up. People protest heavily and stood on their ground. Even US, where we are running every minute of the day, they sacrifice a lot to get it right. But today, we the people here are expecting the government at the top to do this, to do that. It's a lie. They can never do that. It's a common sense. Until we rise up and say today we must get it right, we can never stop lamenting and complaining and even crying. Thank you, my sister.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think we're going to actually organize an online contest, okay, between should I say group institution being the problem and group masses being the problem, and Brandon is going to head the institution being the problem, while Alex Chinedu will head the masses being the problem. Okay? Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, welcome to the show.
I'm Obi from Akwa.
Okay, go ahead, Obi.
According to your question,
Mm.
everybody has gone wrong.
Okay.
The voters, the people to be voted into, the electorate, even the police and everybody, we have gone wrong. We are wrong.
Okay.
The voters collected money. The people to be voting spend their money. The people that are counting the vote collected money.
Okay.
The police collected money. So we don't know where to go. If I were to suggest to Nigeria to get a good leader,
Yeah.
they should use reverend fathers and pastors, good pastors.
Okay.
They use them
Yeah.
in that INEC, in that polling booth.
Unit, yeah.
They use them. Good pastors, good reverend fathers, they use them. And let us see whether we can get a good leader. The person we love. When you get the person you love, you will not God. And that person will not do you wrong. Remember that God, when he left this earth, he said, I love you, love yourself. That's the word he dropped for us. And that's what, when you love somebody, before you thank the person, that thing you will think it twice. Okay, look at what is happening in Nigeria. Everywhere, everybody is afraid going out. You cannot free yourself anywhere you go because of what is happening. So if they want Nigeria to be as it before, make them use these people like I told you.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm loving how this conversation is going this afternoon. Thank you so much, Madam Obi from Akwakuma, for calling and being part of this show. And this happens to be the last call we're going to be taking on our CC radio program today. Okay, so for our last caller, Madam Obi, she's saying that for her, everybody has gone wrong. Both the governed and both, institution, both the masses, everybody is wrong. Now, for her, she believes that to redefine things and make things a lot better, we are going to be using people who we see as extraordinary. She made mention of reverend fathers and pastors. You know, get rid of everybody in INEC. Get rid of everybody in the judiciary, or, you know, these people that are part of people that, you know, conduct election. Let people we trust, like reverend fathers, good ones, and pastors, go there, you know, and then do things right. Let's see if there could be any positive change. And this is where we're going to call it a wrap on today's episode of the C-Say radio program. I know so many people have a lot to say, but our time is up. We'll continue this conversation, same time, same station, next week. You can actually reach out via C-Advocate News on Facebook, because just like I said, we will continue this conversation on our social media platforms. Bro Namdi, your team institution. Bro Alex Chuku, your team masses. So we're going to have that contest and see who wins, or who you know, is going to carry the win. And then on Wednesday next week, we're going to say who won. Anyways, this is C-Say radio program brought to you by C-Advocate News in partnership with Ozisa FM and the Ubewande Foundation. My name is Blessing Iriaka. Thank you for listening.